What is up, Bean Team? So, last week I went and I participated in the worldwide phenomenon, the movie event of the summer, Barbenheimer. I loved both of the movies. They're both fantastic. Shout out Nolan and Greta Gerwig. They did their thing. And yeah, I just want to come on here and talk about each of the movies because they both left an impact on my brain, and I can't stop thinking about them. And I can't wait to watch them again. So I saw Oppenheimer first. So let's talk about Oppenheimer. This was the movie that I was the most excited to see. Surprisingly, it wasn't the movie that I liked the most. To prepare for Oppenheimer, I watched all of Nolan's most popular movies. And I haven't watched Tenet, but I watched Interstellar, Inception, Dunkirk, and Memento. I loved each and every one of them. Memento, Inception, and Interstellar, I personally gave a 10 out of 10. Those are perfect movies to me, in my opinion. Inception's my favorite Nolan film. And coming into this, I don't know. I was expecting something amazing, and I feel like that's what we got. My favorite thing from the movie was probably the performances that we got from the actors. I mean, everybody is out here doing their thing. And I mean, we have every actor in the book here. I mean, Iron Man's here. Of course, we got Cillian Murphy. I called Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man, didn't I? That's embarrassing. But yeah, RDJ's here. We got Florence Pugh. Josh Peck is in this movie for some reason. The guy that plays Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid is in this movie. Rami Malek is here. Emily Blunt, Matt Damon's here. I always love him in movies. Jack Quaid from The Boys is here, and he's playing Superman now in a Superman animated show, which is cool. But yeah, my boy Huey is in the movie. Gary Oldman, Dylan Arnold, Dane DeHaan, Kenneth Braun, I think that's his name. Jason Clarke is here. The guy that plays Han Solo, Alden, him, he's in this movie. There's everybody, every actor is in this movie, and they're all doing a fantastic job. There's no bad performance in this movie. My favorite by far was Robert Downey Jr. I pray to God that he wins the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor because he blew me away with his performance. He steals every scene that he is in. Another one of my favorite aspects of the film was the sound. Throughout the film, there are these random sound effects and random visuals that don't really make sense until you finish the movie. And there's this one sound that kept coming up in Oppenheimer's head. And when you finally see the scene where the sound keeps getting played, where the sound is coming from, and why it's affecting him so much in the future after hearing a sound, it's a really profound moment. I'm not a big history buff, so I really didn't know anything about Oppenheimer. I thought this whole movie was going to be about the creation of the bomb, but the good thing about this movie is that it's not just about the bomb, it's about Oppenheimer himself. The movie is really about him, and we go through his entire life, and Nolan does his thing with his non-linear storytelling, and I absolutely love it because we're jumping back and forth to the future, after the bomb's created, pre-bomb, and then we get a big resolution, conflict resolution, climax, whatever it's called, when the bomb explodes, it's built, we win the war by bombing Japan. I'm gonna talk about that later. But then there's a whole other hour of, it's literally just people talking in rooms, but it's so good to watch. And the editing, it's flipping back and forth between two separate scenes, two separate trials. Robert Downey Jr.'s character is on trial, and so is Oppenheimer, and it's flipping back and forth between these two things. And the editing makes the pacing, even though it's movie's 3 hours long, but the editing makes the movie feel not short, but it flies by in a zoom. That's what I was about to say earlier. America is evil, man. I did not know all about this. I know we're some bad people, but oh my gosh, we are evil. Literally right after we bombed Japan, Oppenheimer, he literally created a weapon capable of like destroying the entire world, right? He is the reason that over 100,000 people died, and he's feeling the weight of that, you know. And he tells the president, you know, hey, I feel like I have blood on my hands. And President Truman is like, yo, get this crybaby out the White House. We just bombed a whole bunch of Japanese people, and he's feeling good about it. And Oppenheimer's like, yo, chill. But yeah, overall, great film. The ending had me contemplating life. Like, there's a lot to take in from this movie, and I really want to watch it again. I absolutely adored this movie. I want to see it again so bad. Like, now that like I've been getting more facts about the movie after watching it and catching new things. Literally, like the opening scene, there's, I mean, this is a mild spoiler, but like not really. Anyway, in the opening scene, right, there's like these water droplets falling on the ground, and they're like making ripples in the water, and it's Oppenheimer thinking about nukes across the world, because like it's so good. Like, when you catch things, if you didn't see the first time, I loved Oppenheimer. Please go watch it. The last thing about Oppenheimer before I get to Barbie, the bomb, beautiful. I don't know how Nolan pulled this thing off, but it was so cool to watch, because I knew it was real, and it's like a real explosion, and like the like, because like in real life you see an explosion before you hear it. So when the bomb went off, it was like silent. You could like see the boom, but it was silent. Our entire theater, it was packed out, but everyone was just silent watching it. And when that boom hits you, it jump scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I give Oppenheimer a solid 9 out of 10. Let's talk about Barbie. I did not expect to like Barbie this much. Like, you know, of course I wanted to see Barbie, but it was really like a meme for me, for real. The movie is absolutely hilarious. Funniest movie I've seen thus far this year. Ryan Gosling, he's literally me. Like, I mean, I know it's a meme, but like, he's literally me. Ken steals every single second of screen time that he has. Like, I know the whole point of the film. Now, let me talk about this real quick. I've been seeing a lot of talk on the internet, a lot of men talking about, oh, this film was supposed to be some fun movie, but it was disguised as this feminine trap to take down men. Listen, as a man, grow up. Like, the stuff they're talking about in this film is quite valid. There are some very valid reasons for women to hate men in, the current American society, I will admit. And like, going into the Barbie movie, what did you expect? Did you expect it to not be a movie about women empowerment? That's literally like the whole point of the movie. Grow up, and empower women. Stop being mad because it's a feminist movie. That's literally the point of Barbie. Anyway, I feel like there's something for both men and women to take away from this movie. Like, there is a great message to be taken away on both sides. My message that I took away from this movie is that I am Kenough. I am Ken, and I'm just Ken, and that's okay. This movie is so funny, and it looks amazing. Like, I know that there's like a nationwide pink paint shortage because of like the set design they were doing in this movie, and I pray to God that this movie wins best. Is there a set design category at the Oscars? I know there's like a costume design, but I think they should win both, because the sets, specifically like the Barbie Land Dreamhouse World set, it looks so good. It's so bright and vibrant, and it looks like a toy world, but it also looks like it's real and tangible inside of our world. And there's these like beautiful murals in the background, and it just looks so good. And the way that they were able to distinguish our world from the Barbie world, it's fantastic, because like, as soon as we step into our real world, you can tell that there's a noticeable difference on like, the way you know, the cameras are placed and the color grading and all that. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to love Barbie this much. There's a really good scene at the end, really tear-jerking scene where you know, they play that Billie Eilish song, and it really hits you. But yeah, Barbie goes on this really powerful journey, and so does Ken. He realizes that he is Knuff, and you know, it's just Barbie and it's just Ken. I'm just Ken, and that's okay. Bro, he has this song called I'm Just Ken, and they did like a whole like musical dance number to it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And Ken's fits were just, they were on point the entire time. Shout out Ken. Shout out Ryan Gosling. My goat. Mojo Dojo Casa House. I need me one of those, all right? Patriarchy is just about horses, you know? If you know, you know. Shout out patriarchy, because horses, of course. Also, Christopher Nolan thought he was slick, slipping in a Heisenberg reference in an Oppenheimer movie. We all know who the real Heisenberg is, but yeah, I loved Barbie and Oppenheimer. I give Barbie a 9.5 out of 10. It was near perfect on my King Beam scale, but it wasn't like perfect in my book, but it was near perfect, so I give it a solid 9.5 out of 10, and I gave Oppenheimer a 9 out of 10. These two movies are fantastic. Go watch them. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about these two movies. Let's start a little conversation. Let's talk about it. I love talking to y'all in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you please drop a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. Yeah, and I'll see you for the next one. That's a weird, I'm so weird with outros, but yeah, I love y'all. Have a great day. Peace out.